What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. I really think y'all are gonna enjoy this one. I'm joined again by my good buddy Gene, the Flukemaster Jensen. We got a couple of special guests and we're gonna get out on the water, we're gonna teach, we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna try to catch some big old fish. I also want to share with you guys that I got a couple of upcoming videos that are gonna be bangers because we caught some giant fish. Golly! I caught my first double-digit bass in a couple of years. Unbelievable topwater action, and we're even catching some big old fish at night. So be sure to stay tuned for that one. But without further ado, y'all check out this video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. Hey guys, we're switching things up a little bit. We're doing a guided trip. I've got a repeat customer in Jackie who also brought his buddy Keith over from the state of Georgia. By using my guide service setup through the Fishing Chaos app, we were able to connect, do a North Alabama bass fishing adventure with yours truly. We're about to go chase some Bama Big Mouth. Here we go. Jackie's a relatively new angler, a little bit later in life, which means he's established his professional career. So it's really cool to be able to take an angler who had made that significant investment in quality gear and teach them how to get the best out of it. And if we're gonna talk about teaching people to fish, why would I not invite the guy that teaches the world to fish, none other than Mr. Gene Jensen, the Flukemaster, which allowed us to have a little bit more of that one-on-one. I could teach these guys some things, Gene could teach them some things, and everybody catches more fish. Well, I tried to take the subpar water in the middle. Right out the gate, we're on the board in Guntersville. You got him? Nice, we have a double. Yeah. So we pull up here and there's a giant hanging up in this pocket right here. And he did the cardinal sin of inadvertently hitting his throttle thing and then scared that fish off. So what does he do? Turns around and make a clutch cast out there in the pad. Hey, making adjustments, that's what it's about. One of the most rewarding things about having a lot of knowledge and expertise in a certain field is sharing that, because you know that it's going to benefit that angler, you know, for the rest of their life, and they're going to build on what you shared with them. And for me, it's the reason why I'm kicking myself that I didn't start doing this sooner. I'm clearing the way of all the dinks for you. Go tell your fat sister that we are here.
Oh, Chad's amazing. He helped me dial in how to cast just right, how to hit my target, and be stealthy coming up on where you believe fish are.
My guide trips, what I want to do is I want to teach people how to do it so they can go to their own home lake, or they can go back to the lake we're at and catch fish. So later on down the road, they don't need a guide. They can go out and do it on their own. Got it. The hook just fell out. You guys saw how fast I netted that fish. That's from a lot of practice. Early on when I was kayak fishing, I'd have my net out in front of me and it'd just get in the way. So I learned that the rod is usually in my left hand, so the net is always going to be over my right shoulder. And I also learned that if I have to lean back to grab a net, I still maintain tension on the right. Good one. It's all one motion. Bring it up, lean back, grab the net, lay it out in front of you. Yes. Pretty cool. Gotta have a leverage landing net to do it though. Dude, this whole bank is a bluegill bed.
I think this whole edge down through here is.
Yep. Bass tend to spawn separate from each other. They want to be pretty much secluded. But when bluegill spawn, their spawning areas look like a honeycomb.
So anytime you locate these large clusters of beds, one of the things that I like to do is target areas adjacent to it. I'm looking for the closest grass line, the closest brush pile, the closest thing that I call the spot on the spot. The one thing you do have to think about is you want to mimic that type of bait, because for the most part, those fish are trying to get one big bite where they can then go sit and lay by a log and take 2-3 days to digest it.
Too much fun.
They ought to be in upper slot dinks up in this mill full, just waiting for something snack to swim by, like that. Well, boys, that's what you come to Guntersville for right here. This one came with its own side salad. I have no holds barred when it comes to guiding. I'm gonna take you fishing where I would go that day if I was fishing by myself. And you know, depending on the spot, you might have to learn how to sweat and drag your kayak through the woods. You might have to be, comfortable around moving water, or you might have to get comfortable around livestock. It just depends on where we're fishing that day.
It is very neat to go to one of Chad's little secret honey holes. You see it on the big screen, and you don't realize exactly where he's at, and you're like, oh man, I'd like to go there.
He's been very forthcoming with all of his fishing spots out here. So far, it's been producing pretty good fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey Gene, you grew up in the country. Did you guys ever do any cow tipping?
We thought about it.
Anybody can tip a cow while it's asleep. But I got $5 if you can jump up there on the bank and tip one of them while they're awake.
I'll pass. Why am I gonna go cow tip? Especially when they're awake, that's just stupid.
Neither Gene nor I are gonna be accused of missing very many meals. But pretty much when he's filming with me, I'm taking care of the tab. So at least for once, I wanted him to earn his meal. Come on, Gene, just tip one of the little ones. It'd be like pushing down a little kid. You do that all the time. How about this? I'll buy lunch.
You're gonna buy lunch anyway.
Dang it.
He always pays for lunch. Again, stupid.
Oh my gosh, there it is right there. Come on, buddy.
Let's get that one back in the water and we'll go tear up some ribs. Now, when it comes to fishing with Gene, there's two things you got to keep in mind. You absolutely have to feed this guy, because if you don't feed him, he gets cranky and ornery and mean. But there's kind of a sweet spot, because if you feed him too much, he ends up sleeping next to a tree, daydreaming, or he just gets drunk on carbohydrates and he's like one of the goofiest dudes you've ever met.
I got a new friend. He's been sitting there for probably last 5 minutes or so. Won't let go. Not even when I cast. Watch this. Still there? Ain't that the darndest thing?
Okay, so that's not completely fair to throw Gene under the bus, because let's face it, we all get a little goofy if we eat too many carbs and it's hot outside, and do you know what time it is? I mean, anybody can catch big fish. It takes some skill to get the lure in the side of one that's got a mouth that's like this tiny right there. Nice.
Sure wish the bass were as sporty as you are.
All right, you guys see me getting out of the kayak a lot and doing a lot of walking through the woods. One thing you always need to be cognizant of, especially when you paddle up and bump in bushes, is these dudes right here. That is the southern cottonmouth, or water moccasin, as you call it. Be wary of those dudes right there, because they are a recipe for a bad day. Oh. Luckily he didn't come into my lap.
I'm a little teapot. One of the things I'd like to do with my kids is we'll be traveling somewhere or doing something together or whatever, and I'll start singing a song that I know is going to get stuck in their head. And about an hour or two later, they always turn to me, especially my teenagers will look at me and say, "Dad, I hate you right now." But yeah, one of my favorites is I'm a little teapot, so I started Chad on it, and sure enough, man got it stuck in his head.
I'm out here trying to teach guys how to fish, and Gene gets this song, "I'm a Little Teapot," stuck in my head, which will be the last song that I would put on a Getting Motivated to Catch Fish playlist. But it's also one of those songs that once it's stuck in your head, it's stuck in your head. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. This is my handle, this is my spout. When I start to fill up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Throughout the course of this season, it just so happened that Gene just kept ending up in the episode. And by the time it was all said and done, he started making jokes about he might as well be the co-host for the season. But after this season, I think Gene got a better understanding of what it's like to have a cameraman following him around at all times.
Fishing. Big one. Really big one. Oh crap, he's around your motor. Don't touch anything. Just stay right there. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how to fight a fish when he wraps you around something. he wrapped around my cameraman's trolling motor. And all I did was tell my cameraman, do not touch anything. Don't touch anything. I'll get him. And let him fight. And same thing when they wrap you around a dock post or a stump or anything. A lot of times if you just keep tension, but let them fight, let them wear themselves out. If you just give them a little line and pulling it back and doing it really slowly, they'll unwrap themselves. There, I got him. Or you can go in and get them after they're worn out. Just be patient is the most important thing. Oh, unbelievable.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm gonna start replying to a lot of your comments with the new reply to shorts format. So I'm gonna answer your question in a video. And also do me a favor and head over and download the Realtree 365 app so you can check out all of the Chad Hoover's tow trips. Hey, y'all, listen, North Alabama really is a place where fishing dreams come true. From top-notch guides to diverse fisheries to breathtaking scenery, head down to North Alabama where you can reel in the adventure of a lifetime. In there. Discover unparalleled access to pristine waters loaded with everything from crappie to catfish to bass. So whether you're looking to load your cooler or catch a trophy, plan your next adventure by heading over to NorthAlabama.org.